I am so excited to be here today with my dear friend Paul Williams, who's down under. And I am here in Maui. Aloha. If you don't know me, I'm Janice, your joyful Maui wellness concierge. And this is my friend Paul Williams. And we just want to come on today and share with you about our really exciting joy for this upcoming retreat in October 3rd through 6th. If you don't know about it, it's an opportunity for you to come to Maui, all inclusive food and lodging and beautiful workshops, and an opportunity to remember who you are in a beautiful environment and that's very unique. And so today I just wanted to come on and give you a little teaser from Paul and ask Paul a few questions about what he's looking forward to with this event so he can share with you and just to get the word out. Because if you are watching this, chances are you're supposed to be there, wouldn't you say, Paul?
Absolutely.
So, Paul, tell me, who are the people that need to be here that we're calling forth right now to come and join us in Maui? Who are those people?
The people I see are those that have been searching. And don't you think everybody in the world is searching for something? Particularly those of us that find ourselves within the metaphysical space, the spiritual community. I think we're always looking, we're always searching. I read over 460 books on spirituality, looking, searching. I think we know we want to heal, we want to release trauma, past experience that doesn't serve us any longer. And I think people are ready now. What I sense spiritually is people are ready now for the next chapter of their story. And they're ready to remember who they are. And that
Absolutely.
is, of course, the title of our retreat. Remember who you are.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. And just listening to your voice is very relaxing and it's helping me to remember. And people love it. So I'm grateful that you are coming from Australia to do this again. If you don't know, if you're watching, we did host an event in January that was just beautiful and so well received, and a lot of good came out of it. And we decided that we wanted to do something that was longer and where we could actually be together for the entire time. And that's why we've created this at Lumeria. And if you don't know Lumeria Educational Retreat Center, you've got to check it out. It's all linked to our links, and we'll put it down in the comments. But what a beautiful place. I was just out there today. We were wishing that Paul was with us. I was there with Jessica Brazil, one of our other speakers at the workshops. And what a beautiful spirit. And we just had so much fun. And I just hope you can watch for those videos and see, because you will be inspired to want to be here, to be with us, and to be part of the energy and the incredible high frequency, I call it, because we're just around a lot of spiritually minded people that are doing the work. The energy is just off the charts, and it can help support and facilitate people in their work. So I know I went through some very traumatic times and carried trauma in my hips and in my body, in different ways, and aches and pains and things happen, and people are all having that. And we oftentimes don't recognize that these things that are happening, we think that, oh, it's just getting old, or it's just what happened to me and that's what I have to accept. And that's just not the case. We are these beautiful, miraculous beings that have everything we need to feel whole and well and not be achy all day. That isn't how it's supposed to be. And so I just like the idea of all of us coming together and just the energy that's going to be created to create a space for those transformations to occur. So, Paul, tell us a little bit about what you plan to share at the retreat, and just entice us a little bit. Don't tell too much because we want people to come to get the real goods, but tell us a little bit about what you're going to be sharing and experiencing with us while we're there.
Well, I can tell people for certain what they can expect is healing. Not my healing, because I'm not a healer, but divine healing. Remembering. I think one of the biggest questions that we all ask is, who am I? Why am I here? What is my purpose? What I see is people that have that question, they're going to find the answer. And many of them will find that at the retreat. I see miraculous healings, emotional, physical, traumatic experiences melting away. And our last retreat was called Rise from the Ashes. We're continuing the theme of that into remembering who you are, because you are rising and you're being called to arise at this time, this pivotal time in human history where there's this great shaking going on. Everybody knows it. Doesn't matter if you're spiritually inclined or not. You sense, you see with your physical eyes the shaking all around us. And I think, don't you agree, Janice, that a lot of people right now are trying to make sense of that, trying to work it out. I think they sense it's more than economic, that it's more than political. It's actually spiritual at its core.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, everybody I talk to, and I've been a seeker forever. Always, those questions, who am I and why am I here? And I choose to live a life of purpose and to try to make a difference. And we can only do that when we remember who we are so that we can align with that. But I just think that that's so beautifully said, because that's who we're looking for. We're looking for people that are ready for that.
I think that's the biggest need. If I could articulate what people really want, it's they want to know who they are.
I know if we don't feel like we have any purpose, our health declines. If we're lonely and we're not connected, our health declines. If we're not connected to ourselves, our health declines. If we're not connected to nature, our health declines. So I have found in my life, and I've been to, I've facilitated retreats and been to many retreats, and I just know that every single one of them I was supposed to be at and I was in the right place, but they always are the best when they're helping to facilitate you to realize who you are as your own healer. Right. I'm, physician, heal thyself. It's just a phrase I love, is that we really need to look within. Our intuition tells us what we need, right? Our connection. And you are so connected and hear so many beautiful divine directions. And these will be awesome. You will be able to bring these through in the groups and help people just to expand their consciousness. I love that you do that and help people with that.
I think one of the most powerful things that we all have, no one can take from us, is our own story, our testimony, and being the living testament of, in my case, restoration and healing. And to add to that, purpose. I've got this great phrase I like to use: living on purpose with purpose.
I like that.
That's what I discovered for myself. And that's what I know I've been called to help others find for themselves. And think of this retreat as a beautiful cocoon or ark where people are gently held, loved, in actually a beautiful environment. You were telling me about the rooms earlier, these stunning rooms, beautiful farm to table food in the most luxurious and beautiful, harmonious place in Maui.
It's so
For
amazing.
those that haven't been to Maui, maybe won't know this, that has a energy that is so tangible. I believe that the veil between the heavens and the earth is very thin in that place. There are certain places on the earth where the veil is thinner than others. Maui is one of those places. So it's a place where we touch heaven from the earth. Actually, I saw this physically, and you know this, Janice, when I arrived. Within hours, it snowed on Haleakala, the tallest volcanic peak there on Maui. And the indigenous cultures believe that this is a sign of blessing from the divine. I didn't really fully understand why, and if I even had anything to do with that. But what it did do for me is it was the marking, it was the sign of a powerful spiritual awakening that I've been going through ever since that time that snow fell. It marked something in me. I said this to you in the car when we were driving away from the Wahale Healing Center. This, what I'm beginning to see around me and experiences of what I've only read and dreamed about in books. And what I was told is this isn't just for me. This is for other people too. And this is why this door is opening in October for other people to come and awaken and to remember who they are. And then to go out into the world and take that energy, that spirit, that fire into the world.
Wow. And this, we have talked about this often as being a much bigger picture than just one or two retreats. And I love that. We really want this to be something that, we can grow together as a community and really support more people to remember. So I love that. And the way you said that. And really, that's such a great thought that I hadn't thought about, that it really started from that moment when you arrived with that snow. That was very, very transformational. And I'm just so looking forward to more of that.
And then the next we talked about this, the next thing that was so touching and tangible for me was when I went into a yoga class with Bree,
Mhm.
who held space for me, and I felt just such a tangible presence flood my body. I actually almost fell over.
Yes, I remember that. And that's Bree Wolf.
Remember?
Will be doing one of the speakers at the retreats. At the retreat, I'll be interviewing her in a couple of weeks and can't wait for you to get to know her. I'll be interviewing Calais and Jessica. We'll be posting it in this event page and around, because we want to get the word out, because we know that you're out there and you're looking and you're seeking for something to give you this opportunity to unplug. There's no TVs and it's kind of limited on the internet. Don't worry, we won't totally make you be unconnected, but it is a time to unconnect and connect to nature. We have some exciting, beautiful ceremonies and joyful movement and all kinds of things. Can you pinpoint one little thing that might excite them about what we're going to do before we end on this one, Paul?
What I've been shown is we will be flooded with the presence of the divine.
Wow.
That's going to heal some bodies. That's going to heal some physical ailments. It's going to dissolve many traumas, many disappointments, and it's going to be beautiful
I
because
love
I'm already experiencing it. And
Yes,
so
you
if
are.
I'm called to carry it on and the fire spreads, I tell you from experience, you'll never be the same again.
Wow, that is so true. That is so beautiful. I love it. Oh, well, if you are watching this and you are inspired to learn more, keep watching because we're going to be doing lots of little videos and snippets of what's to come. And there's all kinds of opportunity to assist you. We have Kama Aina if you're in the Hawaiian Islands. We have wonderful pricing. We have payment plans. We want to make it so that there's no obstacle. If you're called to be here, we want to help you get here. So reach out to me and to Paul, and we will see how we can work together so that you can be here October 3rd through the 6th. It's 3 days, all your food, amazing food, all your workshops, everything included, and your stay in these beautiful rooms again, and where you'll be unconnected and connected both at the same time. We're going to disconnect and connect. And I think that, Paul, you're absolutely right. I've been working with Paul for years, and even before I met him. He's helped facilitate for me and help me release disappointments and trauma and healing, just like he said. So I absolutely know that when you see Paul in person and you're working with Paul and Bree and Calais and myself, you will, and Jess, you will love it. You will love it. So thank you for taking the time to watch today and keep watching for more. And Paul, is there anything you want to say before we go?
Those that are called to come, you know the call.
Absolutely. Well, that's exciting. I'm so happy that we took the time to do this, Paul. Thank you. I'm going to stop recording now.
Yeah, great.